Tonight, a fire guts a residential structure in Marcia. A 9-year-old leaves St. Lucia to hopefully have a bullet removed from his head in Martinique. And St. Lucian health officials say they are working diligently to secure access to a COVID-19 vaccine. The details are coming up.
This is the Hot 7 Nightly News with Lovelace and Amy Joseph.
Good night. It is Friday, the 4th of December, 2020. Welcome to the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. I'm lovely Saint Amy Joseph. Thank you for joining us. A residential structure in the community of Marcia went up in flames Friday morning. Fire officers rushed to the scene but were unable to salvage the structure. Hot 7 TV News spoke with Marcia residents who say given the proximity of the fire, they were traumatized. Genevieve Gonzague begins our reporting.
Between the hours of 5 and 6 a.m. on Friday, 4th December, a residential building in Marcia was gutted by fire. Fire officer Anwar Ditoville gave the details.
And on arrival at the scene, they encountered a 20 by 40 foot wooden structure, wooden and concrete structure, which was already fully engulfed in flames. The team went to work, however, the fire had completely destroyed the house and its contents. The crew was able to contain the fire so that it did not spread to other dwelling houses. The occupant of the house did indicate that the fire started at the front of the house and spread to the rest of the building. Investigations are continuing into this matter.
Hot 7 visited the area and spoke with immediate neighbors. One neighbor explained that she is thankful that the fire did not spread to her house. However, the entire ordeal was a bit traumatic.
Well, it was a bit alarming because, yes, it's exactly right in front of our door. It was a bit alarming and the heat was coming in strong. But no smoke, no actual, the wind wasn't blowing too heavily at that time, which was very good for us and for the other houses. It kind of like the fencing around kind of like contained the fire within its own space right there.
Another gave kudos to the fire officials for controlling the situation in such a way that the fire did not spread to neighboring properties.
They did a very good job by taking care of that. But the guy that was sleeping in the house, when we do see him, he said that he was sleeping, and when he saw the fire, the next side that the fire came, that is somebody that he said maybe set it up. That's what he said. Because the fire was well contained in one place, and you see the wind was just blowing this way. But the firemen did very good. They did a very good job by outing it.
She implored people to be on their guard when leaving their houses in order to prevent fires.
Well, I'll just tell them to just be careful. Just, make sure that, when you leave home, that to make sure the electricity is off, to make sure there's no gas on, there is, no candle lights, all of these things. So just be careful around this time.
Reporting from the community of Marcia for Hot 7 TV, I am Genevieve Gonzague.
Hot 7 TV captured the anxious final moments as 10-year-old Jan Henry was leaving St. Lucian soil on a journey to Martinique to get a bullet lodged in his head out. The boy from Cicero was shot in his eye on Saturday, the 3rd of October. His mother, Renata Henry, says the family is hopeful that medical officials in Martinique will be able to remove the bullet.
On October 3rd, a then 9-year-old Jan Henry was shot at point-blank range in the eye. Hot 7 was there as the boy and his mother, Renata Henry, were waiting in line to board the ferry to Martinique to seek further medical care. Renata Henry explained that they are thankful to finally be able to get more help and extended gratitude for public assistance.
Today, we finally got a chance to go to Martinique for further medical help and care. So I want to thank everybody that helped me out already, and still thanking in advance for the people that will help me out, because I think we need more help. We're going to Martinique. I'm not sure of the place. I can understand the French, but yeah, we'll be leaving in a while.
She says her son has been exuding strength that she was unaware a 10-year-old could possess. She says she is trying to prepare herself mentally for any potentially disappointing news regarding the medical trip to Martinique.
We're still trying with the funds. It's a bit difficult because we know the situation of that COVID, so it's still a little difficult, but we're getting a little help in between. No government assistance. We just trying on my own, trying, asking, begging, because I will have to do as a mother to help my son. Yeah.
Her main focus at this point is to find out whether the bullet can be removed. Henry is asking the public to keep her son in their prayers as they seek out help in the neighboring aisle. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Genevieve Gonzalez.
St. Lucia is working diligently to access a safe and effective COVID-19 vaccine. With the estimated first vaccine supply carded for March 2021, St. Lucia has organized a COVID-19 immunization committee, which will plan the rollout of the vaccine in country. Nisha Charles tells us more.
On June 10th, St. Lucia signed onto the COVAX facility, which is a global mechanism to source COVID-19 vaccines. The COVAX facility ensures fair and equitable access to the vaccine by all the participating countries. The facility is making investments across a number of selected promising vaccine options. This will give access to doses of safe and effective vaccines when they receive regulatory approval, and this access will be done by pooling and purchasing power from all participating countries. To fulfill the commitment to fair and equitable access, Gavi is presently fundraising to finance the cost of at least 1 billion COVID-19 vaccine doses, which are fully subsidized donor-funded doses to ensure that lower-income countries are not left behind. They seek to cover about 20% of the population of the participating countries, including St. Lucia, to make a real impact towards reducing spread of the pandemic. The Ministry of Health and Wellness has organized a COVID-19 immunization committee, which will plan the rollout of the vaccine in country with support of the Pan American Health Organization.
This plan, which entails a health education and communication module, scheduled to commence in January 2021 ahead of the introduction of the vaccine. This aspect is important to ensure our population has access to accurate scientific information on the new vaccine to facilitate informed decisions in relation to its use for them and their family. Initial information suggests that at least 65 to 70% of the population would need to be vaccinated to achieve what is termed herd immunity, which is the level of resistance that is required across our population.
The Ministry of Health and Wellness intends to closely monitor the use of the vaccine in developed countries beginning this month to gain insight of factors which supported its rollout, barriers, and any key lessons learned which can be applied to St. Lucia.
The National COVID-19 Vaccine Plan will also indicate the priority target groups to be focused on when the vaccine is introduced, as well as the country policy on the dissemination of the vaccine into the wider community, the policy on availability, costs, and the conditions for uptake. The Ministry of Health and Wellness will ensure full stakeholder participation as we anticipate a broad level of healthy discussion and contributions for achieving the effective introduction of this new vaccine into country.
In June 2020, the Global Vaccine Summit, Gavi launched the COVID-19 Vaccines Advanced Market Commitment with the goal of ensuring rapid but nonetheless equitable access to safe, effective COVID-19 vaccines to all countries, regardless of income level, developmental status, or population size. For the Hot 7 News, Nisha Charles reporting.
The UK has become the first country in the world to approve the Pfizer-BioNTech COVID-19 vaccine for widespread use. Immunizations could start within days for those who need it most, such as elderly people in care homes. The UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson welcomed the new vaccine, saying the UK is no longer resting on the mere hope that it can return to normal next year, but the sure and certain knowledge that it will. The bulk of vaccine doses will be given between January and April. About 50 hospital hubs around England will start offering the vaccine to the first in line. The UK's Deputy Chief Medical Officer appealed for patience and realism about the rollout. He warned the virus may become seasonal and will be with the UK forever, but praised the momentous journey of scientists inventing the vaccine. You're watching the Hot 7 TV Nightly News. Still to come, Claude Paul says the CSA will continue to handle its members' grievance despite Guy Joseph's threat of legal action. The president of the St. Lucia Teachers Union says whether to return to classrooms during COVID must remain optional for teachers, and mixed reaction from bus drivers as it relates to a cashless system.